All right, I got some more goodies in from Amazon, and it's all chainsaw related, of course. And I figured I'd show you what I got, because I honestly didn't think it was an item that I would ever use when it came to chainsaws. So I'll get these out of here. Actually, I got several items in here, more than the one I wanted to talk about. The one I want to talk about is this one, but I did get some, I think they're going to be pretty decent earmuffs. And these, if I'm correct, are some hangers for the saws on the wall. Nothing expensive, but I think they'll work. Yeah, I think they'll work. So I'll just pop these out real quick. I'm going to throw them in the video, just because I thought they were pretty neat. I've seen other people with other ones similar in their shop during their videos, so I figured, well, I'll try those. My first impression is they're a lot smaller than I thought, so that is what that is. So the subject of the video is actually a chainsaw carrying case. So this one right here, if you had gone to my other channel, you would see that I had not purchased this. The Yard Mars had sent me this, a really nice set of technical chaps, and they also sent me a nice helmet. So this is their setup here. So it's got plenty of room for your wedges. You can put a longer wedge in the back, and then on this side, you have places. This is for your sharpening down your guides. It's got a file in it. There's plenty of room for sharpeners here. There's two little bags here. But it's a place to put your scrunch in. And then I have my file inside here so I can leave the handle. You can take it apart and put it in here without the handle, but I prefer to have it with the handle. So I actually didn't think I would use one of these. And then they sent it to me. So I ended up just getting it for free. And I said, well, I'll try it. So they sent it to me, and I used it. And I didn't think that I would actually use it a lot, because I was like, well, I like the hard cases. But what's nice about this one, you can see it stays nice and clean on the bottom, even though it may drip a little oil inside. Is what I liked was, if I'm in the truck or something and I got the bed full or something like that, I can put this down the floorboard in the truck, you know, in the front or the back. It fits. So this one will hold up to a 20-inch bar. So I have the derail I keep in here. Just my little 62cc saw. But it works really well. Yeah, this one has a handle here. You can pick it up, or it has a sling. And the sling is for putting it, like if you want to walk like this. I mean, you can put it behind you. You can put the sling up over your shoulder here, kind of like this. You know, if you're walking through the woods, you know, and you want to have it so your hands are free if you're doing stuff. Normally I just carry it because I'm just carrying it in the truck, and I'm not really, you know, taking it anywhere other than the back of the truck or right there doing work. The little bench is coming apart here. So this one was like 69 bucks. These little things never stay together. This was like 69 bucks on Amazon. It still is 69 bucks. So I saw another one, and my steak and shrimp budget went down to more like a fish and chips budget. So I got this one for 44 bucks. So my thought was, well, maybe I can still have something fairly nice and not pay as much, and go with a little cheaper brand and see how I like it. Let's see, it's got a Ziploc bag here. I didn't want to just start cutting. cut this bag, but I'll tell you, that's pretty tough. I've done it in the woods, in the back of the truck, it's sliding around the logs and everything else. So this one actually feels identical. So that was my thought, was, is it really identical in quality and as convenient as the other one? So I figured, you know what, there's only one way to find out. So this one, you're finding out just like me. Let's see what it's got room for in this pouch here. They look a lot alike. Got a place for your name tag, for your stuff. Say you go on a retreat with a bunch of guys or whatever. Now this one, it doesn't open as much. Like this piece doesn't fold down. It only opens halfway. So it's got 3 big pockets and no pocket here. So what could you put in it? Well, that's why I got these here. You always need a nice set of headset. The only ones I have are ones of helmets, and I don't always want to wear a helmet. So I'll put a link to these. These actually came recommended to me from somebody else, so I figured I'd try them. So they're the walkers. Let's find out. Should be adjustable. Yeah, there we go. It's new. All right, that side doesn't. Something new. Do it on film, and you know it'll go bad. I don't know why that one won't come out. Go figure. Only on film. But this is the truth, right? If it's poor quality, I'm not hiding anything. But yeah, it should. It might be going back. There it goes. Oh. There'll be enough dampening, you know, to be okay. So I bought it. So you should better put this in here somewhere. So none of the pockets in here are big enough for this to fit in. But I go over here. Let's open this up here. Zippo, zippo, zippo. Over here, spot for that. No, they won't fit in there. I guess you can put it in there. Oh, that's right. It's got a big pouch. Forgot about this pouch here on the end. It's got a pouch right here. Look at that. Perfect. So, let's get that out of the way. Out of the way. I don't rehearse any of this stuff or do double takes. I just make a video. Real life. You know what I can say? So that's a big benefit. You can take this off. If I take it off, I'll lose it. Probably could just zip it in here. It might be a smart thing to do. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, let's do that real quick. Just take it off of there. You just take that off there. I'll put it in there. That way I probably maybe won't lose it. I open it up one time, take it out of my way, throw it somewhere, who knows what'll happen to it. So let's see. That's a 20-inch bar in that one. It says this one fits a 20-inch bar as well. So let's see. Zip it all the way up from here. I mean, there's definitely a quality. I mean, this seems okay, but it's definitely a lot lighter. That one has a bigger pad right here in the bottom of it for like the oil and stuff. So this is a saw that you haven't seen yet on the channel, but you will maybe by the time you see this video, because I went and got one of the little V-bores, because it seems like everywhere I look right now, all I see is these little V-bores for sale on Facebook and everywhere else. So I said, you know what? They make them sound like they're the best thing next to sliced cheese. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get one, and I'm going to run it, and I'm going to tell the truth. if it's any good. All right, so I'll tell you right now, like this right here, going in there is a lot tighter. That saw is actually a 62cc. This is 62C. That one has a little bit bigger frame, and it definitely fits in there a lot better than this one. That one is tight for a 62cc saw. It fits in there, and the bar length, there's plenty of room here for the bar length. You know, not an issue with the bar, but the body of it doesn't fit so great. So this is 62 here. I got plenty of saws here, so let's just see what might fit in it a little bit more comfortable, because then it's set up for a 20-inch bar. So yeah, it's $20 cheaper, a little cheaper. We'll see. So let's see. I've got these. Oh, I know. How about this little thing? This is a Neotech, but it's the clone. It's a 250 clone. So say you had the little Neotech 250 clone. Yeah, fits in there a little better. Not a lot of room here on the top. There's a little bit left. I said you can use the other one, but it's going to be a little tight. The only thing is, without a hard case, if you drop it and it hits on that plastic, but if you drop it over in the woods and stuff, it should better handle it. So let's see, what can I put in it? Say I had a little bit of bar oil. I wanted to bring a little bar oil with me. Well, that fits in that spot pretty good. You can't fit your headsets unless you put them right here. So you'd have to put them in there like that. And let's see, what else can I fit in there? My wedges are all inside of my other boxes. I buy these little wedge kits off of Vivor. It's usually you get a whole kit of them, and my kit has, you know, you break them after a while. So you could fit. Let's see, that's a tight fit. So you could fit. Kind of, there's a setup. I don't really know where you'd have to put your file along the bottom or something. So with this setup, it's definitely not as convenient as having, you know, this setup. It's just like I say, it has a spot right here for your headgear. You can easily put this in there. Buck and Billy Ray, his channel sells that brand. And matter of fact, I got that from the forestry show when I was up there visiting in Ohio. So he gave that to me. Actually gave that to a lot of customers to try out, and I do like it. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but so that's just a little cheap option. You know, I like them because you can just throw them in there. The bottom usually doesn't get that dirty. In the seat floorboard of your car, your truck, your trunk, whatever. You have kind of like most of these tools. Spend the extra $20 and get that one. I just wanted an extra one. Well, actually, this saw is what I thought about putting it in, just that little MS250. So if I go out somewhere, I've got a 62cc saw, and I've got a 45cc saw, and I have plenty of little echoes, and some of these smaller saws, like this little echo right here, will fit in there. The 62 is a little tight. You could fit it in. Like I said, you could fit it in there, but and maybe the bag will stretch a little bit. This one's been thrown all over the place, and it's got wore in pretty good. They both, like I said, have the strap. You know, this strap, you can definitely tell. It's, if you have the budget, buy the Yard Mars, because it's better. I mean, it's very much better. I think this one will last, you know, unless you're, you know, really being abusive to it. That one just is a lot more convenient because it has, you know, all your stuff can fit in it. More of your stuff can fit in it more conveniently. The headset is a must. I would hate to be deterred not to bring the headset or forget it because it won't fit in here. So to me, that's the most important thing, is having all your gear and having a container that fits all your gear. So these little things, I didn't know what to think about them. You know, when you look on Amazon, you don't always know by the size, but it goes up there like this. And let me find I don't want to hold this with that saw. Let me get this little saw here. So the idea is, when it's on the wall, see if I can hold it like on the wall. So the idea is it's like that. So I've got all these little saws laying around here. They're all in my way. So I bought a kit so I could put some up there. Stuff like that. And actually, I'll put a link in there because, like I say, they're not super heavy duty. Like maybe putting a 72 series CC saw or something like that, maybe a little heavy on it. I think I could probably, hey, I could bend that. I could bend that with my fingers. So it came with like 4 of them, and it wasn't that much. So like you could also fit your axe on here, like right here. That'll fit in there like that. You know what I'm saying? So these little things are cheap, but to have these on your wall and better put all your stuff organized. Of course, my walls all have shelves on them. I got that little spot right there. This shed is getting used for more than I planned on it using for. So those are a little something. I'll leave a link to those. So this chainsaw related, but well, chainsaws are involved. They're in here. So I hope you like that. Just a little something to think about. I like getting different products and trying them. Like I said, I do want to say thanks to Yard Morris. Now that they reached out to me on my Out of the Woods channel. So if you go to the sponsors on the Out of the Woods or at Chris Shea, the Wood Guy, you'll see, look under sponsors and you'll see this. Because I want to give a shout out to them. Because they haven't, they didn't give me a demand of what to tell anybody or anything. They just sent them to me and said, try them out and see if you like them. So they sent me that helmet. And then these are what I really like. These are a nice set of chaps here. It's a full wrap. It's got a nice big pocket here. It's got your small pocket up here. So these are super nice. Like I said, thank you, Yard Morris. I want to give them a shout. Like I said, they had no demands on me other than try them out, let people know about them, let us know how you like them. So that's what I did. So, and I like them a lot. I really do. Oh, this has got pockets on the back too. Right here, I just saw them. They're pretty thin. There's actually a Velcro piece here. So I would say, for your money, spend the extra 20. But like I said, if you spent your wad on your chainsaw and you got a little extra money and you're down to a fish and chips budget, down from a nice steak and seafood dinner, then spend a little less, buy that one. I think it'll function. I would say stay at like these 62cc saws or less. I wouldn't go, like, I know my Echo 590 wouldn't fit in there. So, I know that for a fact. It would not fit. It'll fit in here because I did take it one time with me. So, the 590 Echo will fit in here, but it's tight. It's like tight like that one. I think this one putting in that one. So, and this one is actually bigger than this 62cc saw. I don't want to tell you everything because I'm going to do a video with that later on. We're going to take that thing out. We're going to rip into it. And I'm going to show you a real video using it in real life, cutting up a lot more than just a little bit for a short. So I like to test this equipment and use it and be honest with you. I paid for all this stuff except for Yard Morris sent me this. But all my chainsaws, unless I tell you, I have purchased. And I use them, and then sometimes after I use them, then I sell them. So I get the money from YouTube that helps me. So I can bring this stuff to you. So when I see on the market a lot of people kind of talking about an item, or a saw seems to be like a big deal, or they're promoting it, I like to go buy it and use it and show you the truth, because I purchased it and I don't owe anybody anything. I think that'll work. So that's 45cc, 62cc, and my 230cc Echoes. So I like those hangers. They seem like they're going to work. I'm going to get another set of them, and I don't know. I want to have some place to put some of my mauls and axes and stuff. So I don't know. This shed's just a work in progress. Let me get that out.